Articulation points of letters. Makhraj. In Arabic, every letter has its makhraj. Makhraj means the origin of the articulation point of letters in mouth or throat. In this section, we will learn the articulation point for each letter. The shapes of most letters change in writing depending on their place in a specific word, beginning, middle, or end of the word. Some letters are never connected to the succeeding letters even in the beginning of a word. However, they connect with letters before them. These are
Alif, dal, vel, r, z, vav, lam alif. Alif.
Alif is pronounced from the empty space of mouth. Alif is a consonant. If it is a vowel, it's called hamza. Hamza is pronounced vehicle-like in bed.
B.
B is pronounced by closing both lips. It is a weak consonant and articulated by stressing on the B sound like in bed.
T.
T is articulated by reaching the upper central teeth with the front end of the tongue. It's a weak consonant pronounced like T.
Th.
T is pronounced by putting the front end of tongue between upper and lower central teeth. Its sound is similar to th, sounding thin.
Jim.
Jim is pronounced when touching the roof of mouth with the middle section of tongue. It is a weak consonant and sound is similar, Jim.
H.
The point of articulation for ha is the center of throat. It is pronounced by choking the center of throat very lightly. It has no equivalence in English.
H.
Ha is pronounced from the top of throat by keeping the mouth open. Its sound resembles light snoring sound. Ha is a strong consonant.
Dal.
It is pronounced by touching the central upper teeth with the edges of the tongue. It is a weak consonant and sounds like the liver.
Vel.
Del is articulated by touching bottom part of the upper central teeth. It is a weak consonant and similar to Z, pronounced with a lisping sound.
R.
Ra is pronounced when the edges of the tongue touch the upper central incisors. It is pronounced strong or weak, depending on the next vowel.
Z.
Z is pronounced by touching the back or upper central teeth with the edges of the tongue. It is a weak consonant and pronounced similar to Z in zebra.
Sin.
Sin is articulated when the edges of the tongue touch the bottom part of the lower central teeth and sound like S in 7.
Shin.
Shin is a weak consonant and pronounced by touching the palate with the middle part of the tongue. Its sound is similar to sh, as in shrink.
Sad.
Sad is pronounced when the edges of the tongue reach the back of the lower central teeth. It is a strong consonant.
Dad.
Dad is pronounced when either sides of the tongue touches the molars. It has no equivalent in English. It is strong consonant and requires special effort to pronounce correctly.
T.
T is a strong consonant and pronounced by touching the roots of upper central teeth with the edges of the tongue.
V.
Z is pronounced when the tip of the tongue reaches the back part of the upper central teeth. It is a strong consonant.
Ain.
Ain is special to Arabic and pronounced from the center of the throat by choking the throat slightly. It is a strong consonant.
Gain.
Gain is articulated from the top of the throat close to the empty space of the mouth. It is a strong consonant.
Fe.
Fe is pronounced when the edges of upper teeth touch the wet portion of lower lip. It is a weak consonant.
Qaf.
Kaf is articulated when the extreme back of the tongue touches the back part of the palate. It is a strong consonant.
Kef.
Kef is articulated when the middle part of the tongue touches the palate. It is a weak consonant.
Lam.
Lam is pronounced by touching the roots of the upper central teeth with the tip of the tongue. Lem is a weak consonant.
Mim.
Mim is pronounced by meeting O lips. Mim is a weak consonant.
Nun.
Nun is articulated when the tip of the tongue reaches the roots of the upper central teeth. It is a weak consonant.
Vav.
Vav is pronounced by shrinking and extending forward both lips in an O shape. Vav is a weak consonant.
He.
He is articulated from the bottom of throat. It is a weak consonant.
Lam elif.
Lam Alif is a combination of Lam and Alif. Sometimes Lam and Alif are pronounced separately, sometimes by making the vowel long.
Ye.
Ye is pronounced when the middle of the tongue touches the palate. It is a weak consonant.